What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Solo Leveling, this time with Season 2, Episode 12, I believe it is. I think we've got one episode left next week to finish things off, if I can speak correctly. But really good episode from last week, some really nice action in there. It was a little bit predictable in terms of the story, but again, the action sequences and such, which is mostly what I'm here for, were really, really good. And I'm expecting perhaps one of the best sequences today. I haven't read the source material or anything, of course, but I've just heard a lot of hype for this episode and for this fight between Jinwoo and the King Ant, I guess, again I'll call him. But yeah, do let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. And let's exchange. I get that that's the new Arise, I guess. Exchange. Just behind you the whole time. In your shadow. No opening? No opening, I guess. So I think we left off with the King Ant. He ended up meeting the head of the Japanese team, didn't he? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. There was a whole kind of betrayal with the Japanese people, which I don't think is going to amount to much. I mean, they're all going to be dead. The people that actually betrayed Korea might not ever even see the light of day that they even tried to betray them, to be honest. So he can't give them to him, he has to pour them in himself. Okay. Not, I mean, it's not too much of an issue, is it? Right now, anyway. I'll be careful with her, it might smell a bit funny. Don't want to give her anything she doesn't like the smell of. More of the white ones. Yeah, that's just a bit of the issue with these ants, isn't it? They're really not. There's not an awful lot you can do with them, apart from make them crawl like that. But as I said last week, I feel like they actually hyped him up really well. Like the little image, the short shots we had of the red ants in season 1, they made them seem really quite terrifying. Just in the way that like the camera was angled and such. I think they've done a really good job at like hyping the ants up, but they are just mobs here, aren't they? They done a good job of making it seem like just one of these ants, just one of these many ants, is a strong ass soldier in its own right, and they are. But it's just like when you compare them to, we're bringing the top from Japan and Korea here, so when you compare them to those, they just look like absolute mobs, and they're just nothing. Well, don't hit it. Maybe what I'm trying to say is like it just feels like we're just waiting for the king ant in all this at all times, doesn't it? Which is a good thing in its own way. It's got negatives and positives to that. I think one positive is the fact that you really do look forward to this king ant and what he can do and what we saw him do last week. Builds the anticipation in that regard. I say he's dead. I'm not sure did we outright see that. I imagine his name's Goto, as he said there, but that head of the Japanese team, did we outright see him die last week? I mean, I think it's quite easy to assume that he did, but I'm not sure we saw it. I was expecting to see it at the start of today's episode. Just a head go flying. It's going to arise the ants. Oh shit. Is he here? Good. I mean, I don't care too much for the whole Arise army in general, so the ants would actually just be a negative addition, in my opinion. He did. I kind of wish we saw it. I quite like how this guy's been taking people out. And as I said last week as well, I do love the choice in voice actor they got for him. So it'd be funny if he just done that right back. Is that a pager? I wasn't around at the time of pages, to be honest. Yeah. God, I don't know how bad this is probably going to sound quite bad, but surely like America and Russia and many other places in the world are just like preparing their nukes right now, right? We're getting serious now. We're getting serious now. And you guys know I always ask for this, just one on one, just Jinwoo as a human. Well, not really as a human. I guess he's a lot more a monster. Don't get me wrong, but it's like one on one. No bullshit Arise Army involved. Just straight hands like this. I was gonna say, I'm hoping for him to struggle at least a little bit here. Okay, so that's like some of the stuff he's taken in since he's been born. Interesting. Oh dear. Fuck that arm. Oh, I like that shot. That shot looked really nice. That was a very subtle. I'm not sure people will care about this too much, but I really like this. Super subtle, but just like him, just like hovering like that, slightly kind of moving, and there's yeah, maybe this might seem quite stupid to point that out, but that might be one of the most impressive shots for me so far this episode. Which again, it might sound stupid, I'm not sure, but I really like that. It just looks natural. They've done a really good job making that look really natural. What the fuck? Oh shit. The classic. Oh my god. What's happening? He's done the Digimon. He's got spikier. That's pretty much how every Digimon evolution goes. They get more metallic and machine-like and spikier and sharper. Oh shit, we've got special soundtrack song here as well. Here we go. Yes, no bullshit side characters getting involved, just straight up action. I like that shot there as well. That's sick. Honestly, I'm not a massive fan of the whole. Sorry to pause for a sec. I'm not a massive fan of the whole colors thing. I was like when I first started watching like ufotable anime and such like that. I was quite impressed, but it seems like quite a common thing nowadays is that they change the kind of characters out for just some colors, and the colors are just kind of going at it, and it's a bit like a light show rather than a fight. Um, Still look like, especially towards the end of that segment there, actually looked really good, even though that was the case. But just in general in anime, that seems to be being quite a popular thing. Again, I'm not sure if it is just because like the rise of like Demon Slayer and such and that popularity. But yeah, you see that quite often nowadays. The whole just like they just turn into colors. So like that, I'm not too big a fan of that. But this segment here looks really awesome, even with that. And I know it's meant to be like a display of how they're seen by so on. Oof. That's that shot from Final Destination. Now he's running. Oh well, now he's done, isn't he? The thing with insects, they fight back, but also they know when to run to survive. It's all about survival. So, do you reckon it's going to be possible to arise him? Again, I almost think it's unfortunate that that's a thing, honestly. But I'm probably on an absolute island with that opinion, but mutilation, Max. That's quite funny. Yeah, probably on an island with that, but I don't know. I feel like it takes away a bit from the battles, the previous battles, and so on. That they can just they just come back as his pets. I hope he does. I hope he doesn't get arisen. Really? This random girl. And you just wasted it. Nothing working. Maybe arise her. Might genuinely be the only thing you can do. Let her die and bring her back. Like, I mean, this is gonna. I'm not sure. This is probably sound bad as well, but like, who is this girl to him? Is someone he's met once or twice, and they know pretty much nothing about each other. I mean, as a good person, you'd hope that you'd want to save someone's life no matter what, but that elixir of life is very, very rare. And again, it probably sounds bad, but would someone in his position, especially with how unemotional he's become, would he waste it like that? I mean, people will argue the fact that he's shown an emotional side of him since turning into this kind of monster and saving his mum, but I feel like that's because she's family's, because it's literally his mum. Like, again, this is just pretty much a random woman to him. And it's not that he's a terrible person, but he definitely has lost humanity since the events at the start of season 1. So I don't know. That just feels like one of those things of like, oh, it's only natural that he would, but is it only natural that he would? It's questionable for me. But yeah, good episode in general today, wasn't it? good episode. Some really nice animation sequences. Like I said, not a massive fan of the whole kind of just turning the characters into just a colour, just a floating colour. Again, I know that's probably like meant to represent how everybody's viewing this fight. That it's just like just beams going, but yeah. Again, they could depict that in another way, I guess, or just not depict it like that if they've chosen to do so. But I feel like that's not the fault of this show per se, but just the fault of the current kind of landscape in anime in general. As I said, probably more so to do with like Ufotable and Demon Slayer, and just a bunch of those shows really kind of popularizing this style of I like fast style animation like that. Like Lightning Users, for example, are some of my favorites in anime. They usually have like a really fast style, and it's quite similar to that. But again, it's just got popular to now just have them as colors, whereas I think I pretty much preferred every other action sequence in this segment than that. There was, again, even saying that, there was a really nice little portion here with that, wasn't there? Like this, it's just like you just got a couple colours going at it. It's like not even following the characters. Yeah, like this. This is what I really like. And I did mention earlier about that kind of hovering shot. There was loads of really subtle kind of moments of really nice animation as well during this that other people might not appreciate as much, but there was quite a lot of that, especially in the second half of the episode. And I'm glad it did end up being the fight I kind of wanted it to be. It seemed to be going a bit too easy at the start. It seemed like Jinwoo would just, again, just totally overpower and dominate him. Whereas I feel like that it wouldn't have been nearly as this fight, if it was just Jinwoo dominating the whole time, it would have been quite boring. But they've done a really good job actually of making this King Ant quite an adversary. But most of this fight up until the portion where he started running away, and you just kind of knew it was over during that, didn't you? But yeah, great episode, lovely animation, some of the best from the series so far, I do think. Some of the best sound design as well this episode as well, in both the sound effects and the songs they played during the scenes. I thought was really effective. Again, there was just to again nitpick a little bit, like, does anyone give a crap about any of these like scenes that were placed in here with these side characters? I think especially the Japanese characters, when they were talking about like getting pulled out on the helicopter, that kind of broke the pacing of this a little bit during like this portion here with these characters. Like, I don't think anyone cares really too much about them. You could just leave this out and just have, again, just like 5-10 minutes of just pure action. I'd absolutely love that, and we did get that for the second half for this kind of latter portion here, so I do appreciate that. But yeah, do let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. I'm not sure how we're going to end off next week, but I'll see you guys then. Have a good rest of your day.